The Chicago Bulls missed out on a golden opportunity to partner together two up and coming superstars by making one trade that destroyed everything from happening. Hi, I'm Shaq Barnes here with another great episode of Bulls Digest, the number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls. I noticed that 67% of you guys have been watching the channel and have not subscribed. Treat it like the Bulls intro and run right through that subscribe button. You know how I do when I do my videos. I don't waste you guys' time. Let's get right into the news. So, Johnny Kuminga and his representation tried to facilitate a sign and trade that would have gotten Josh Giddey and himself both paid by the Chicago Bulls, reported by Jake Fisher. The Warriors have interest in Lonzo Ball, and this deal would have been more likely to happen if he wasn't traded to the Cavaliers. So, we've been talking to Nikola Vucevic to the Warriors conversation for a while. But the whole time, these guys wanted Lonzo Ball. And Lonzo Ball is a great point guard to have, especially on a contract that he just signed, a 2-year, $20 million contract. So he's getting paid $10 million a year. So the value of what you can get for Lonzo Ball if he's healthy is way more valuable than him being on a $10 million a year contract. But the Bulls ruined this whole opportunity by trading Lonzo Ball to the Cavs for Isaac Okoro. Now, don't get me wrong, Isaac Okoro could be solid, could be great for the Bulls. But I probably would have rather took the chance on Jonathan Kuminga. But this just shows that the front office just don't want to pay. But yeah, this Bulls recent trade may have cost them Jonathan Kuminga. It did. It honestly did. And because if they really wanted Jonathan Kuminga, which the potential is high, and I understand the questions of what you could worry about with Jonathan Kuminga because of I feel like his IQ needs to get better, his awareness needs to get better on the court, understanding what's going on in the game could get better. But how that can improve if you actually put him on the court. And I think the problems that he have is only because Steve Kerr wasn't putting him on the court. You only can learn what to do in basketball situations if you actually go through it. But if you get benched majority of the time, or if you make one mistake and they're benching you, you're gonna kill a young player's confidence. And let's be real, I think the Warriors dynasty has been great for this generation, but Steve Kerr hasn't really developed anybody besides Draymond Green. He made the call for starting Draymond Green and Jordan Poole, and you let Jordan Poole go. But besides that, really, he hasn't really been good at really developing talent, or even giving talent the chance to learn from their mistakes. So since starting the offseason, the Chicago Bulls have been floating in rumors regarding potential sign trade Jonathan Kuminga. The Golden State Warriors 4 is currently a unrestricted free agent. However, over the past few weeks, those rumors have begun to cool off. At this point, we suddenly hear of any legit interest in Kuminga's services from the Bulls, according to Jake Fisher. Speaking via a recent Bleacher Report live stream, Chicago's destination to trade Lonzo Ball may have impacted their chances of landing the former lottery pick. I think that's something that would have been more likely if the Bulls waited and had Lonzo Ball to send back to Golden State instead of the deal they already had made with Cleveland. Fisher said, I think that's something Golden State would have liked. I think Golden State would have liked Lonzo Ball because with having Lonzo Ball on the team, he fits the dynamic of the Warriors what they need. He needed a tall defensive guard next to Curry who can guard, who can defend, and actually shoot threes. So when you look at Lonzo Ball, he does fit the dynamic of what the Golden State Warriors need, and his contract is a $10 million a year contract. So everybody who would want him fits the dynamic if Lonzo Ball is healthy. So you got to take that chance if you want to take that chance of having Lonzo Ball. And then also, if you could have thrown in a Vucevic, who you're trying to get rid of off your roster on the team, you got to take that opportunity. At the end of the day, Billy Donovan said he wants young, talented players who had kind of experience. I'm sorry, Kuminga's fits that mold. Kuminga's ceiling is a chance you have to take on. And honestly, like I said in the last video, guys, that nobody is walking through the door to come play for the Chicago Bulls. So if any talent that you can get, you need to bring them in, especially if it fit with Montes Buzelis, and Montes Buzelis is the future of the team. So I would have liked for us to do this, but now we have to live with what we got. And we got to deal with Isaac Okoro. Hopefully he can be a defensive stopper. Hope he can consistently knock down shots. But if this was on the table, I think the Bulls should have took this opportunity. But I digress. Now, when we look at anything, obviously we go into the Lonzo Ball trade. The Bulls traded Ball to the Cleveland Cavaliers early this summer, bringing in Isaac Okoro back as a part of the deal. While Ball departed isn't likely to be a death blow to the Bulls' chances of landing Kuminga, it certainly won't help. After all, Golden State must like the return package on an offer to even consider making this trade happen. First of all, the reason why this is not going to happen, because the Warriors don't want Nikola Vucevic anymore. The Warriors, since Al Horford came available, Nikola Vucevic talks has stopped. Everything has stopped when it comes to that. So when you look at this, they say, well, if Lonzo Ball didn't stop it. No, it did stop it. Nothing else is going to happen anymore now, guys. They don't want Nikola Vucevic. Nikola Vucevic fits the Warriors scheme offensively 100%, 110%. But they don't want that from their big man. They want a big man who can defend and knock down threes. And I'm sorry, Nikola Vucevic can't do that. But you know who can? Al Horford. And Al Horford is going to come at a cheaper price. So if any Bulls fans was hoping that we got Jonathan Kuminga, I'm letting you know right now, it's done. We're not getting them at all. Now, the Bulls remain focused, and this is going to be their excuse or their get out that why they're not doing this. The Bulls remain focused on Josh Giddey. In a July 17 report, the Steinline, the newsletter, NBA insider Jake Fisher noted how the Kuminga's camp has been hopeful of a deal with the Bulls heading into the offseason because we have money. And honestly, who want to go to, it's either Brooklyn or Chicago. I'd probably rather play for Chicago than Brooklyn. I'm not going to lie. Because if you go to the Chicago hoop, we love you here. Brooklyn, you got to deal with New York. You're not going to really be a star. You go hoop in Chicago, you're going to be a star. The 22-year-old camp had been hopeful, sources say, as a potential sign trade with Chicago, but the Bulls have their own ongoing restricted free agency dance negotiating with Josh Giddey, Fisher wrote. The side sources say remain far apart as the Australian point guard long known to be seeking that pays in a $30 million annual deal. Range annually. They don't want to pay Josh Giddey. Kuminga, so trust me, they don't even going to want to pay you either. I'm gonna be real with you, dog. We act like we the Cincinnati Bengals over here. We just can't pay nobody. It's getting ridiculous, guys. It's getting to the point where it's ridiculous, man. I don't get it. We are the third biggest market in basketball. The money has went up, Reinsdorf. I'm sorry to tell you this. If you didn't understand this, you have to pay people to play for you. Oh, you don't want to win. I digress. This is not going to be that rent. Let me brief because I won't say nothing I don't need to be saying. We just going to coast this year. And hopefully we got a plan. But if you think I'm not going to rage, and y'all going to deal with me for a while because I'm going to be here for a while, especially this season. You think I'm not finna rage and you try to pull a 41-41 season on me again, you're not going to have it. And the East is wide open. Imagine this. If we had our eggs in the basket for the last 5 years, we could legitimately compete in the East because the East is wide open. No Pacers, no Celtics. No Sixers because Paul George just got hurt again. We could have legitimately been competing. But I digress. This is not that video. I'm not going to do that. Giddey's camp is playing hardball. In the same July report from Fisher reveals that Giddey has remained steadfast in pursuit of $30 million per year from the Bulls. Back to Giddey and the Bulls. Chicago front office has no shortage of experience when it comes to waiting out a restricted free agent market. Fisher report this time Giddey representation have not wavered in pursuit of $30 million annually salary. Sources say while the Bulls offer may be closer to $20 million. And the Bulls try to pay Giddey $20. Kuminga, we had a chance to get you. I better feel secure this season. Y'all better give me a plan because we turned down you don't want to pay Kobe White. We turned down a trade for Kobe White. We got us 3 first-round picks. Well, 2 in the pick swap. We don't want to pay Josh Giddey. Get something for him. We don't want to add Kuminga to the team. But we still got Vooch on the team, and they wanted Vooch. I would have sent Vooch and Lonzo Ball for Kuminga instantly. I would have just asked for it first. I don't think that's too much to ask. You want Lonzo, but can y'all take Vooch? Give us a lottery protected first. top 10, top 5 protected first. I'm cool with that. Add assets. Kobe White, we gonna get rid of you. Okay, let's add all these assets. That's all. But let me know what you guys think. Did the Bulls miss out on a go to opportunity of signing Kuminga? Would you have let Nikola Vucevic and Lonzo Ball go for Jonathan Kuminga and the pick and paid them? Let me know what you guys think. It's been Shaq Barnes, another great episode of Bulls Digest. See you guys next one. Peace.